Hi, this is Moynahan from The Teacher's Way. I thought I might talk a little bit about something no one ever really wants to talk about, which is getting rejected. By the time you're, third grade, you probably have not been invited to a few birthday parties. My mother had a rule: we had to invite everyone in the class, or you could not hand out invitations. So I wanted to invite everyone in the class. I don't really understand when people don't invite everybody, but anyway, as you get older, both your things that you want very much, you're going to have more of those happen where you'll get what you want, and then you'll also end up being told no. That doesn't feel good. It does mean that you're awake and you're doing cool stuff and you're taking yourself seriously. And that's something I really had to learn as a writer. The coffee table talk turns to how many people never get published, and someone will pull some statistic out like 2 million, 2 million submissions and 2 rejections, or 2 acceptances, and the rest are rejected. When you're writing a college admission essay or a query letter to an agent, it's really important that you show that you really want the thing you're talking about. Like if you're writing an essay about why you care about climate change, let's say, I know that's a little overdone, but let's just say for sake of an argument that you're writing about climate change, you really have to show why and how you care about it so passionately. You can't just do it halfway. Well, you can, but the chances are you won't get into that school if your essay kind of goes, this is on my list. And that's really hard, because when you care about something passionately and then you don't actually get what you want, it doesn't feel good. And I think that's universal for everybody, for writers, for any kind of artists, any kind of actor. I was an actor years ago, and writing is easier. At least you don't have to stand in front of people that are just looking at you and saying, yeah, no. And that's, it's so random. It can be based on anything, your eye color. And the same goes for things like selling a novel or a short story. It sort of depends on the timing. I was just reading an article that talked about how if someone was tired after attending one of these big fancy publishing conventions, and then they got a query letter or a submission, they might just say no because they were tired, which is very hard to accept. So it's important that you understand, if you've shown up and you've done your best and you've really worked hard on whatever it is that you're submitting, whether it's a novel or a college admission essay, there is a chance that you won't get what you want, but that doesn't matter in the long run. In the long run, what matters is that you've learned to reach for, not to use that cliche, but you reached for the stars, and maybe you didn't get what, didn't bring down a star, but the fact is that you did it, and that's very, very important. And you can be proud of yourself and feel like you can do it again, because that's the main thing with rejection, is that you have to keep trying. And this is actually the final thing. It's what happens in college is what you make of it. It's how you handle it, because short of maybe a really under-sourced school, you can have a great time at a college, because your professors are going to be terrific. And sometimes someone who goes to Harvard or Yale or Princeton doesn't have the same experience because there's so many people like them. So just remember that. And none of us feel like getting rejected, but it happens to almost everyone. And if you'd like more advice or stories or help with your college admission essay or your novel or your story or your film, yes, I'm a screenplay writer also, come to theteachersway.com and I will write back.